It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Birds are singing. Life is good. Take Tommy, for example. Well, maybe not. Tommy isn't having the easiest day. He's got a lot on his mind. So many things he wants to do. So many things he feels he do. But he doesn't do any of them. The pressure to tackle his to-do list feels overwhelming. So, what does Tommy do? He takes the easy way out. Low-effort distractions that provide temporary relief. Now, across the street, there's John. John's always up early, always on top of his game. John seems to have it all figured out. Exercise, work, hobbies. He fits it all in, and he makes it look easy.
I wish I was more like John. He's got so much willpower.
Oh, Tommy, you've fallen for the oldest trick in the book, the illusion of willpower. You think John was born with this magical ability to enjoy healthy habits and hard work. That's just not how it works.
What do you mean? It's obvious he enjoys it more than I do. I wish I could be like that.
That's the problem, Tommy. You're buying into the idea that some people are just wired differently, but that's a lie, and it's holding you back. You see, Tommy, this whole willpower thing is a bit of a myth. It's a story we tell ourselves to explain why some people seem to effortlessly make good choices while others struggle.
But if it's not about willpower, then what is it? Why does it feel so hard for me to resist temptation and stay disciplined?
The truth is, John isn't magically immune to temptation. He doesn't have some superhuman ability to resist the allure of distractions. The difference is, John has aligned his actions with his values. He's clear about what he wants out of life and chooses behaviors that support those aspirations.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain why I keep getting sucked into distractions. Why does scrolling through social media feel so much easier than, say, going for a run?
That's because you've been conditioned, Tommy. Years of societal messaging and clever marketing have trained your brain to associate certain activities with pleasure and reward. Think about it. You're bombarded with messages that tell you happiness comes from instant gratification, a quick dopamine hit from a sugary snack, the fleeting validation of social media likes, or the thrill of a new purchase.
I guess that makes sense. But how do I break free from this conditioning?
It starts with awareness, Tommy. You need to start questioning these ingrained beliefs about what's fun and what's good for you. You've fallen into the trap of thinking that anything healthy or productive has to feel like a chore. You frame these activities as things you should do, rather than things you want to do. And when you approach something from a place of obligation, it's only natural to resist it.
So how do I change that? How do I stop shoulding all over myself?
It's about reframing your perspective, Tommy. What if, instead of viewing these activities as obligations, you saw them as acts of self-care, as opportunities to invest in your well-being? Let's talk about this should mindset, Tommy. It's insidious, really. It creeps into your thoughts and whispers, you should be doing this, or you should be better at that.
Yeah, it feels like I have this internal drill sergeant constantly barking orders at me.
Exactly. And who wants to live like that? The key is to start recognizing those shoulds for what they are. External pressures disguised as internal motivations.
So it's not really me that's setting these impossibly high standards, it's all this external noise.
Precisely. You've been conditioned to seek instant gratification. That quick hit of dopamine you get from scrolling through social media, indulging in sugary treats, or binge-watching your favorite shows, it's a powerful force. But here's the thing, Tommy. Those fleeting moments of pleasure come at a cost. They don't lead to lasting fulfillment.
You're right. I often feel worse after giving in to those temptations.
Of course you do. It's like eating junk food. It tastes good in the moment, but it leaves you feeling empty and sluggish afterward.
So if I'm not supposed to listen to the shoulds or give in to instant gratification, what am I supposed to do?
It's not about denying yourself pleasure, Tommy. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values and bring you genuine satisfaction. Imagine having a compass that guides you towards activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Activities that make you feel truly alive.
That sounds amazing, but how do I find my compass?
It all starts with awareness, Tommy. Pay attention to how you feel after engaging in different activities. Notice what leaves you feeling energized, fulfilled, and content, and what leaves you feeling drained and depleted. Trust your intuition. You already have the answers within you. It's time to start listening. Tommy, you're stuck because you're viewing these activities as obligations, not choices. You feel trapped by the shoulds. But what if you shifted your perspective?
What do you mean? It's not like I had to force myself to exercise or eat healthy.
You're choosing how to see it, Tommy. What if you chose to see going for a run not as a chore, but as a chance to clear your head, enjoy the fresh air, and feel your body getting stronger?
I guess I never thought of it like that. It always felt like something I do, not something I could actually enjoy.
Exactly. You've built this narrative in your head that healthy habits are punishment and distractions are rewards. But that's just a story you're telling yourself.
So, you're saying I can actually change how I feel about these activities?
Absolutely. It's all about reframing. Instead of viewing exercise as a chore, see it as an investment in your health and well-being. Instead of dreading healthy food, appreciate how it nourishes your body and mind. Think about it, Tommy. When you do finally overcome that initial resistance and engage in a healthy habit, how do you feel afterward?
I'll admit, I usually feel pretty good, accomplished, proud of myself.
Exactly. That's because you're acting in alignment with your values. You're honoring your desire for a healthier, happier life. It's not about willpower, Tommy. It's about alignment. When your actions are in sync with your values, life just feels better, more fulfilling, more joyful. Let's talk about those distractions for a moment, Tommy. Those things that suck you in and leave you feeling empty afterward.
You mean like scrolling on my phone for hours, watching mindless TV? It's like I can't help myself sometimes.
Exactly. It's the trap of compulsion. Society has engineered these activities to be instantly rewarding. They trigger those feel-good chemicals in your brain, but the feeling is fleeting.
So it's like an addiction. I get it, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier to resist.
It's about understanding the difference between temporary relief and true fulfillment. Those distractions, they offer a quick fix, a way to numb out and avoid discomfort, but they don't address the underlying issue. Think of it this way, Tommy. True desires are like that calm lake. They represent your authentic self, your deepest values and aspirations. They're the things that bring you lasting joy and satisfaction.
I like that analogy. So then distractions are like...
Distractions are like ripples on the surface of the lake. They distort the reflection, making it hard to see what's truly important.
That's a great way to put it. I get so caught up in those ripples that I forget what the lake is even supposed to look like.
And that's what those distractions do, Tommy. They keep you stuck in a cycle of instant gratification, preventing you from experiencing the deep fulfillment that comes from pursuing your true desires. But here's the good news, Tommy. You can break free from this cycle. It starts with awareness.
Awareness of what?
Awareness of your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. Pay attention to how you feel before, during, and after engaging in different activities.
So, like a mental checklist.
In a way, Yes. Ask yourself, is this activity bringing me closer to my true desires, or is it just a temporary escape? Is this nourishing my mind, body, and soul, or is it depleting me? The more you practice this awareness, the easier it becomes to distinguish between those fleeting pleasures that keep you stuck and the true joys that set you free.
I can see how that would make a difference. It's like shining a light on those unconscious patterns that have been holding me back.
Exactly, Tommy. You're starting to see the light. Now, Tommy, imagine yourself free from those compulsions, free from those nagging shoulds. What if you could approach your life with a sense of clarity and purpose?
That sounds amazing, but is it really possible?
It is, Tommy. But it requires you to connect with your true desires. Not the desires that society has implanted in your mind, but the desires that stem from your authentic self.
How do I even know what my true desires are anymore? I feel like I've been bombarded with so many external messages that I've lost touch with what I truly want.
It takes time and practice, Tommy. Start by asking yourself, what brings me joy? What makes me feel alive? What activities do I lose myself in, where time seems to disappear? The answers are within you, Tommy. You just need to create the space to hear them. Quiet the noise of the world and listen to the whispers of your heart. What is it telling you?
I think it's telling me that I crave connection, authenticity. I want to feel a sense of purpose in my life.
There you go, Tommy. Those are your true desires speaking. Now, the question is, how can you align your actions with those desires?
I could make more of an effort to connect with people who share my values. I could dedicate more time to pursuing my passions, even if they don't lead to immediate success.
That's the spirit, Tommy. It's about making conscious choices, day after day, that move you closer to the life you envision for yourself.
I'm starting to realize that it's not about forcing myself to do things I hate. It's about choosing to do things that light me up, that make me feel alive.
Exactly, Tommy. It's about embracing the journey, not just chasing the destination. It's about finding joy in the process of becoming the best version of yourself. The sun sets on another day in the neighborhood. Mary and her dog are heading home. John is finishing up his latest chapter, and Tommy is feeling different. He's still got a to-do list, of course, but the weight of those shoulds doesn't feel so heavy anymore. Tommy understands now that true happiness isn't about willpower or forcing himself to do things he hates.
Softly to himself, it's about choosing myself, choosing joy, choosing the things that make me feel truly alive.
It's about aligning his actions with his values, day after day, choice by choice. Change takes time. It's a journey, not a destination. But with each conscious choice, each step towards his true self, Tommy is growing. He is becoming. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing to witness. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on living a more fulfilling life. Until next time, remember, your happiness is worth choosing.